Join us in Grand Haven, Michigan, where I have some regrets. I totally failed. We find ourselves once again hiding out in the bathhouse and talk through some tips that have helped alleviate a little stress in those situations. Sometimes you just gotta be ready to pivot. Can we make it home? We discover firsthand another benefit to scaling your equipment.
Our empty weight was 9,880 pounds.
And Cody declares that he's finally found the fuel treatment he's gonna stick with.
We tried a few, and I think I've settled on the one I'm gonna use for the long haul.
It is very close to my size. I realize that I failed us both today. We have a friend that told us about this awesome opportunity to park the RV and camp on a beach, and I didn't realize it was here until after we were here.
Well, I don't think anybody's camping on the beach yet. I see a lot of people camping close to the beach.
They're right there. I totally failed.
$11.
Okay.
And if you leave here and go to another state park, it's still good there until 10 o'clock.
Okay, that'll work.
We should have came and camped here.
We could have camped here.
Dang
I don't
it.
see any hookups.
I've missed the boat. Little boat over there.
Yeah, nice little boat. There's a lot of activity. I really didn't hear what they were saying, but then again, I didn't expect for you to just walk up and ask them what the catch of the day is either. Some random stranger.
I was curious.
Working hard or hardly working?
I did not say that. I'm glad you wore your comfortable shoes to the beach.
These sure are comfortable shoes. They're just ugly as sin. They're not overly long. We'd have to be on this row over here, but a lot of them have 50 amp. I don't see any water or sewer, but this would be great, you know, just for a few days.
It would be a great way to camp on the beach without the risk of camping on the beach because you're on concrete.
Yeah. I've never picked up an Amazon package at a marina before.
Treasures! It said Island Harbor Drive, and so we cut down here to see if there's anything worth seeing. Oh, little baby geese family. I saw another one crossing the road today. Oh.
They got tons of feathers still yet. I don't know, like little fluffy balls.
This is the first campground entrance that you drive through a dealership.
And it's a Ram Jeep dealership too. I don't need anything done on the truck, but if I did, it sure would be convenient.
It would.
Maybe we'll finally get those tires rotated now that we've had the truck for 20,000 miles.
We're dodging rain showers today. So we went on a hunt for some covered bridges, and we're almost to our very first one. It says we're past it.
It says we're past it.
This could be why it didn't pull on the map.
And we're right back on a dirt road. With all this pollen, the truck's trashed anyway. There it is.
There is our bridge!
Google didn't know what it was talking about again.
So they built a structure of some sort here in 1840, and they did the covered bridge portion in 1867. One more again. Want to like to say thank you for all the prayers and well wishes for Eris. After she posted a Facebook post after a tough morning.
She posted. Yes, we're very appreciative of everybody's well wishes and concerns for Eris. Getting scared by a stick. I know she looks ferocious, but she gets scared so easy.
It touched her foot. Cody may fit under there with our RV.
Yeah. Did I read that wrong, that it said weight limit 3 tons? So when we scaled back in December, our empty weight was 9,880 pounds. I swear I saw a sign that said there was a 3-ton weight limit. To like turn right here, I guess. Oh, there you are.
Such a gentleman coming all the way down the hill for me. And for our third one.
Well, that one was a bust a little bit, since we couldn't drive across it. I don't know if it counts.
Sure, it counts. I make the rules.
Yeah, Google wanted me to go over the bridge to get to the next bridge. I mean, it probably would have been fine, but then again, if you fall through, it probably would be fine.
Until you fall through the bridge.
Yeah, and then it's going to be a really bad day.
We can't drive over this next one either. So
What are we even doing out here?
So I'm glad that we could on the first one, or we didn't pay attention to the weight limit.
There was
on
no
the first
sign.
one.
There was no sign. I noticed that stuff. There was no sign.
Ignorance is bliss.
It was built around 1867. This particular covered bridge looks almost identical to every other covered bridge I've ever been under. There was one right by our house in Minnesota, looked just like this, except for it had some windows.
That's true.
Our pet chipmunk we had at the house that we used to feed strawberries to on the front porch.
I remember that every chipmunk that came up to the house, we named Chico.
And this concludes the tour of the covered bridges.
Who doesn't love a good covered bridge?
And they don't all just look alike.
You like them.
Oh, I do like them. I really enjoyed the drive. It was really pretty driving today.
I think it's better if you try it before I tell you everything that's in it.
Can I grade it on what it looks like first?
No.
'Cause it looks kind of...
I actually really like them.
It's hot. Why is it hot?
Came out of the oven. Your face is so full of wonder.
I don't like new things. That's pretty good. I think without the dates it'd be better. It tastes Christmassy.
It's date, goat cheese, and pecans, which I just ate cold and that was really good. But I wrapped these in prosciutto and put them in the oven just for a little bit, just to warm it up. These are good.
I think I'm up to 4. I wasn't even hungry. That's really good. You hit it out of the park with that one.
Charlie, you're the most handsomest, distinguished pup in all the world.
Let me fix your ears. Can I fix your ears? No, you stay right there. Be a good girl. This is probably going to be the last time I talk about fuel treatment very much on the channel. We've had our 2024 Ram Cummins diesel for 20,000 miles now, and I've tried a few different fuel treatments, and you guys have been great to let me know in the comments what you like, and I really appreciate that. But we've tried a few, and I think I've settled on the one I'm going to use for the long haul. What are we going with? Eris says Hot Shots. Most of us don't buy these big trucks for fuel economy, but for those of us who use diesels, we do have to think about things like lubricity additives, and that's the main reason that I use any diesel treatment at all, is to take really good care of my fuel pump, because nobody wants to be on the side of the road. Hot Shots has given me good consistent fuel economy. We usually average somewhere around 10.5 miles per gallon while towing. I tried the Power Service Diesel Clean, which is Cummins endorsed. However, I got a pretty good boost on my first tank. Second tank, not so much, and it actually went backwards in fuel economy. I had so many people comment and say try Arch Oil. It's the best. I tried it. My fuel economy went down throughout the entire bottle of Arch Oil. I'm sorry to report. On the performance dose it went down, and on the standard dose it went down. It just didn't help me out in fuel economy, and it's kind of expensive. So when we think about the numbers, everything has a cost. And as far as the price per ounce, Power Service Diesel Clean is the cheapest per ounce. However, because of how many ounces you have to use to treat a 50-gallon tank, it ends up being the most expensive. So I went and got online prices today for Hot Shots, Arch Oil, and Power Service. Power Service Diesel Clean takes 13 ounces to treat our 50-gallon tank, and that comes out to $6.38 per tank that I treat. But with Hot Shots, it only takes 2 ounces to treat 50 gallons, and for me, that's the cheapest option. And just to show you guys how serious I am that I'm gonna stick with one fuel treatment, I took advice from the comments again, and I went on Amazon and found this handy dandy little Hot Shots diesel holder. The Arch Oil, honestly, I didn't like the packaging. It's in a big bottle. It's kind of hard to carry in the truck unless you have a designated place to put it. So I got this on Amazon. It fits really well. And I'll put a link in the description. However, buyer beware, I noticed in the reviews, a lot of people complained about missing or broken magnets, and sure enough, when I pulled this out of the box, most of the magnets weren't stuck. So I did a little hack job with some Gorilla Glue there last night. One of the ones I didn't glue just popped off. I glued 6 out of 8, and here's one that I didn't glue. Just be ready with some super glue to make sure those magnets stay on. And you know I love my Fords. Sorry to the Ford guys, but you can't do this on a Super Duty with an aluminum bed. I'm just sharing my experience with you guys. We're not sponsored by anyone for it, and there are so many variables. Just know that when I quote these numbers and my fuel economy and everything, we travel weekly. Our situation changes constantly, and I never buy fuel in the same place twice. Don't buy it based on my recommendation. I just wanted to share with you guys what we're doing moving forward.
These storms were located 10 miles west of Grand Haven.
I in no way feel like I have a right to tell anyone what to do, but please do not try to ride out a tornado warning in your RV. It's uncomfortable to go to a bathhouse, your adrenaline's running, but please do it. You've seen that we've hesitated almost too long. It took a lot of people a long time to get to the bathhouse last night, and during that time we were in some really bad stuff.
Yeah, get in the shower stall.
And some, I think they had to like go knock on the door and say, hey, you really need to go.
It is rotating a little bit, so we also have to watch out for potential tornadic activity.
I understand it, but sometimes we need to hear it. Please go. Last night when we saw the storms coming in, we packed our bag with our essentials. We put our jackets next to it, our shoes ready to go, and our keys, anything that we needed to grab and go, we were able to move within a few seconds of when those sirens actually hit. Have our leashes, we have our wallets, phones, water, keys. I would say that I've learned to bring a small throw blanket and maybe a few dog treats in that bag. The dogs just are a little less restless if they have a blanket to sit on. That's just our dogs. And then when they were going through a lot of anxiety, listening to people, listening to dogs, the thunder, everything going on, the treats seem to help distract that a little bit. So that's another tip that I have learned has helped, at least with our dogs. Girl. So we spent some time in a bathhouse last night, but the good news is everything turned out okay here at the campground as far as we can tell. There was a little family that was in a tent that got absolutely drenched. Didn't sleep all night. The campground was so sweet to get them some dry clothes and blankets. I thought that was really great. That community we always talk about. We made it to Friday.
Yeah, Sunday to Friday. Yeah, but the sink tank was completely full. The shower tank's completely full. So I'll take one more off and we'll just dump everything on the way out with the trailer.
Perfect.
It's pretty easy to get to.
Perfect. I knew there was more than a 50% chance that this is the view we would see for a sunrise, but we decided to get up before light and try it. Don't regret it, don't regret it, don't regret it.
It keeps storming in Michigan. We just can't get away from the rain, it seems like.
We are going to finish up our stay in Grand Haven by some local recommendations, starting here. So thank you to Ann and Al for the suggestions. And this way is Ocean, Michigan. So you can hear the waves crashing against the beach. So
It's a really nice spot.
This is a neat little gem. This one didn't pan out, but maybe the breakfast place will.
I'm not a big Jeep guy, but that's cool.
That was a good suggestion for breakfast. That was delicious. We don't eat breakfast very often because it's just extra calories and money and stuff. It's a third meal that we normally don't do, but we like it.
When we do it, we
When
like
do
it.
Yeah. Charlie stood for about 10 seconds before he demanded to be back in the recliner.
Yeah. Charlie's whole life is a series of trips outside between naps these days. He sleeps so much.
That sounds great. I think we should do that. Just go back and nap.
I could take a little nap before we head on to the next thing.
Let's do that. We may or may not have taken a little snooze after that breakfast.
No, let's be accurate here. I took a little snooze. You basically went back to bed. A snooze is like 15, 20 minutes.
It doesn't count if it's on the recliner. We're going to capture the day before we leave the state of Michigan, which we love very much.
We do love the state of Michigan.
We just like grab it in little bites.
It's been a good trip. We've had more weather than I really expected with all the storms, but no worse for the wear, no damage, no issues. The only thing is everything is just trashed. You're going to be busy next week.
One of the local suggestions we thought would really be fun. It's a dune ride. The driver is included, so they drive you around in this big open-top Jeep bus thing. And the prices were really reasonable to do that. But it's so cold. We're being absolute babies today. So we're gonna go with something inside.
So this is the USS Silverside Submarine Museum. We were coming down here to take a tour of this thing and show you guys, but their power's out and they're closed after the storms. So hopefully an outside view will suffice.
Sometimes you just got to be ready to pivot. They've obviously had some storm damage around here. We did see
A couple of big trees down.
some big storms went just north of us and just south of us, kind of split. Uprooted trees.
They do have big uprooted trees.
I knew they took a pretty hard hit the other day, but my goodness.
It got rough up this way.
We'll just have to put this on our comeback list.
The ever-growing comeback list. What is that thing?
That's the capacitor.
Gotcha. This 10-ton rescue chamber was built in 1957 for $1 million and designated to rescue submariners, allowed deep sea research, and become a decompression chamber. This kind of thing was only used once by the Navy to rescue submariners in 1939.
This is not indoors.
It's so cold.
Check this out. Looks
It's a
like
little submarine.
Yeah.
Does the propeller spin? That's the test.
No, it does not.
Oh.
I've already played with it. They have another historical marker, the SS Milwaukee Clipper. It's just around the corner. I saw that we passed it. But they don't open for another hour. And they're really close, so I'm wondering if they have power, but I can't call them. So I think we're going to have to miss that one too. I wanted to make sure you guys were up and running, had some power this morning. Good deal. All right, thanks so much. I have a place we can go, and it involves something delicious. That was really overwhelming. They had, I didn't understand half the words that were on the board. Can we make it home? Maybe we should change this to, it's cold outside and it's raining, so we're doing outdoor stuff today.
Yeah.
And this excursion ends at the famous Holland Windmill Gardens. We can't come here and not visit.
It's kind of a have-to thing.
It is. This is a Dutch-inspired 36-acre plot of land that you can just roam. They have woods, they have marshland, they have these little indoor sections with replica things for you to look at.
Traditional music.
Music.
A little drawbridge, that's cool.
It is also wheelchair accessible.
Come when it's warmer, don't come when it's 50 degrees, because it feels like 20.
We're pushing through, we had to see it. In 1961, it was proposed for a park, an authentic Dutch windmill.
That Die Swan is
Oh.
the name of it. That means the swan.
Oh.
Kind of gives you an idea how big those blades are. It's huge. It's as wide as I am and huge. They're saying they used to decorate these to communicate events in the community. So like this one has an angel, so that would have been like a birth or a wedding. And then for the people who ran the windmill, they could lock the windmill in certain positions to communicate like time off for rest or extended time off or a death in the family or a birth, depending on how they locked the windmill in, was to communicate different things to the community. We've got a lot of wooden shoes on display in there, and apparently they were mainly for the working class because it gave them, you know, foot protection from falls and the elements and stuff like that. Wood was plentiful and the labor was cheap to make shoes, so that's kind of the reasoning behind that.
Before steel-toed shoes came into play.
Used to have wood-toed shoes.
Speaking of wooden shoes.
It almost fits you.
It is very close to my size. Little babies. Aww.
Baby gooses.
Little babies. Holland got hit pretty hard.
They got hit with a hard storm, but I mean, look, you got busted flowers all over the ground. But those out there look like they've been hit. So they probably got held on. It just
That's
beat the
sad.
tops off all the flowers.
So today didn't go exactly as planned, and that can happen.
This worked out well though.
We successfully ate breakfast, got some cheese, got some fresh air.
Some fresh, crisp, cool air.
It's a tulip.
I think it's a tulip chair. It spin. You got
We need
real
a tulip.
excited over that.
We need tulip chairs in the RV.
Well, I guess that about wraps it up for this one. We've got to go back and get ready for travel day. We're not sure yet if travel day is going to begin tonight or tomorrow, but we'll probably figure that out on the drive home. But either way, we got to get ready to go. And that means we're going to close this one out, and we'll see you guys on the highway.
What kind of fish did they say? Salmon and flounder?
No, he said they were hoping for a tuna or something else.
Salmon? I didn't hear tuna.
I thought he said tuna, but that sounded strange to me since it's not saltwater.
I think flounder.
There's a lot of activity down here, and to be honest, I didn't expect you just to walk up and ask him what the catch of the day is.
Why don't you back that up a little bit?
You can't tell me what to do.
So it was built in 1867 and rebuilt in, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Oh, replaced by the covered bridge. Okay.
Or if I had a train horn, it'd be so awesome.
Wait up. Hello, sir. Can I get a ride?
Oh, there you are.
Can I hitch a ride, please?
Good hills in here.
Whee! After
I mean, if somebody comes, I'm gonna have to leave you behind. A 3-ton weight limit. Who came over this? Model A's?
I could have been walking.
Well, go walk. I'll keep it to a 3-point turn. It really wanted me to
Head
go.
northeast on Covered Bridge Road northeast toward Winnery Street northeast.
Google wanted me to go.
Continue on Covered Bridge Road northeast for half a mile.
She just never shuts up. It's ridiculous.
I don't even know what a date is, if we're being honest. Is it a fruit?
I think it's a fruit. Grows on a tree, right? I think it's a fruit.
Is this like a fig Newton?
No, that's a fig.
I will say I ran one full. I will say I ran one full tank of fuel with no treatment in it just to see.
They have a variety of things to do, so sometimes it'll be ready to pivot. That's plan B, but we can. Nope. There's something else I was gonna say.